American Horticultural Society, AHS, is a small nonprofit organization with 20 full-time employees. The AHS staff, along with its many volunteers and members, have spent nearly a century dedicated to inspiring, educating the American people about the art and science of horticulture. To this end, they have drafted the following mission: to open the eyes of all Americans to the vital connection between people and plants, to inspire all Americans to become responsible caretakers of the earth, to celebrate America's diversity through the art and science of horticulture, and to lead this effort by sharing the Society's unique national resources with all Americans. To achieve their mission, AHS offers a number of services to its members, including a bi-monthly publication, The American Gardener, which features articles related to horticulture, gardening, and garden events across the country. They also provide a reciprocal membership to over 250 public gardens and garden organizations nationwide. Added to this, educational programs for the public, travel study programs, a seed exchange, and a national awards for gardening, and it becomes obvious that the American Horticultural Society has a lot to offer. The vision of the American Horticultural Society is to create an America with a passion for plants and gardening, which sees itself as the stewards of Mother Earth. The organization is driven to make a connection between people and plants and to nurture that connection. The AHS motto sums up their essence succinctly: making America a nation of gardeners and a land of gardens. The American Horticultural Society was originally established in 1922 to educate the American public in the art and science of horticulture. Since then, AHS has merged with both the National Horticultural Society and the American Horticultural Council to broaden its reach and better meet its mission. In 1973, this conglomeration, still under the AHS name, established its headquarters at River Farm, just outside of Alexandria, Virginia. This is a fitting location from which to inspire American gardeners, as it belonged to one of America's greatest gardeners and leaders, George Washington. Originally one of the 5 farms he owned in Northern Virginia, River Farm is ideally located near the nation's capital and just minutes from Washington's famous home, Mount Vernon. This property significant history is certainly in line with the American garden heritage AHS helps to promote and maintain. With nearly a century behind them, the American Horticultural Society has had to change and adapt with changing times. AHS has struggled at times to maintain relevance with the needs and wants of a constantly changing society. The industrial powerhouse of present-day America has eroded much of the nation's historical ties to horticulture. Yet, even so, gardening has remained culturally significant for much of the population. Reminding America of its gardening heritage will be key to the success of any future strategy for AHS. The American Horticultural Society logo is a hunter green and white leaf with classic font. The coloring of the leaf creates an artistic negative image which is slightly skewed. This combination shows 2 sides of AHS, science and art, bringing them together in a way which emphasizes the organization connection to nature. If the American Horticultural Society were a person, they would be John Chapman, commonly known as Johnny Appleseed. He was a true pioneer who spread not only orchards but an appreciation for land stewardship. He was hardworking, environmentally conscious, knowledgeable about horticulture, and dedicated to installing these traits into the American pioneers. This iconic American legend personifies what the AHS stands for. Though the American Horticultural Society has a well-established history and provides a number of products and services to its members and the general public, its current market position is less than ideal. Marketing Management by Johnson & Marshall states that marketing is the activity, set of institutions and processes for creating, communicating, delivering, exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. AHS has done well with creating offerings as well as developing creative means of delivering them. It is only moderately effective at communication and connecting with potential members and partners. Their biggest challenge, though, is maintaining relevance with their target audience. The value of an offering is judged by the customers, clients, partners, and society at large. Therefore, an organization must ensure they understand the needs and wants of these groups to maintain a connection with them. A look at their competitive map shows AHS as a solid organization with little daring or excitement in relation to their competition. They have not stayed competitive within their field and have allowed the prestige of public gardens and other garden societies to eclipse their position. They have also been pushed aside by cutting-edge hobbies and interests which are popular with their members and the public today. For AHS to reassert its leading position at the forefront of horticulture, science, technology, and education, they need a plan which makes them both more audacious and cutting edge, allowing them to reconnect with their stakeholders and grow their market. The American Horticultural Society should strengthen its brand position by better identifying with its members. For the person who isn't afraid of flying insects, doesn't mind getting dirt under their nails, and relishes the sweat above their brow, you are the American gardener, and together we are the American Horticultural Society. A crisp, simple mission statement would also provide a clearly defined purpose with both within the organization and to its members and the American public. To inspire all Americans to become stewards of the land through the art and science of horticulture. The challenge facing the American Horticultural Society is taking these ideas from the spark of passion of a few individuals and turning them into a roaring blaze, spreading from one American household to the next. We live in a world where consumers actively resist marketing, so it's imperative to stop marketing at people. The idea is to create an environment where consumers will market to each other. By creating meaningful connections with its members and tap into the power of the idea virus, its members will spread the word and interest for them. Through social media outlets, local garden clubs, and other venues with minimal input from the organization. By maintaining a presence on the web, social media sites, and participating with local clubs and educational institutions, AHS will be in a position to capitalize on the viral marketing its members can do for it. Understanding the strengths and weaknesses at AHS, as well as the opportunity and threat environment today, will aid in determining what steps they need to take to develop their image into that of an innovative leader. The American Horticultural Society staff members are passionate when it comes to horticulture. They are very knowledgeable and are often excited to share that knowledge. AHS also provides desirable benefits to its members in the form of reciprocal memberships, publications, a seed exchange, and educational opportunities. Unfortunately, these great strengths are counterbalanced by a general lack of public awareness and interest, as well as a limit in organizational funding and human capital. These are many opportunities, however, for AHS to leverage its strengths to overcome these weaknesses. For example, AHS could form partnerships with educational institutions and other garden clubs and societies to spread their name, a mission. By taking a leading role in coordinating a national horticultural focus, AHS will set itself as the guiding hand in American horticulture. Not only will the organization gain respect within the United States, but it will allow AHS to begin international partnerships which will enhance its offerings. One specific way achieved is by establishing the American Student Garden Champions. Through this program, AHS will partner with primary and secondary schools, as well as with colleges and universities to develop interest in horticulture in the next generation of American gardeners. Students at all levels across the country will compete to create the best themed garden each year. Local area garden clubs and societies will judge the first level of competition, followed by regional championships held at major public gardens. The finals will be held and judged at AHS headquarters at River Farm and provide an exciting educational highlight for winning students. Scholarships will be awarded for university-level competitors, while lower-level champions will receive trophies and be featured in the American Gardener magazine. International partnerships is another key element to the transitional change at AHS. By partnering with other national-level horticultural societies such as the Royal Horticultural Society in England, AHS will be able to enhance its travel study programs while further lending legitimacy to its national leadership position. a gardener exchange program will be established to allow professionals from across the globe to experience new perspective in both horticulture and culture. The American Horticultural Society already gets the majority of its funding from private donations and member fees. These, however, are somewhat limited and fail to tap into the full potential of the American public. Crowdsourcing is a way to appeal to different aspects of the public by allowing them to donate time or money to a particular project or cause. By using such methods, AHS can establish a solid network to propel its initiatives from idea to success. This will also help spread brand recognition and likely generate new memberships. Making America a land of gardeners is the goal of the American Horticultural Society. All of these ideas, partnerships, and campaigns will aid in this, but ultimately, if AHS cannot grow its membership, they will likely fail in achieving their mission. With that in mind, a concerted effort needs to be made to reach more of the general population who are not already interested in horticulture. For this, AHS will begin using a series of print advertisements to help get their name out. These advertisements will be seen in gardening magazines and periodicals, as well as at botanical gardens and at garden centers across the country. As you can see with these example ads, AHS will use simple yet catchy phrases to connect with its members as gardeners and as Americans. This emotional link between AHS, the individual, and the nation as a whole will help create a more lasting bond with the target audience. AHS will begin to partner with organizations that are not traditionally associated with horticulture. For example, by partnering with grocers who focus on organic and locally grown products, AHS can gain access to individuals already predisposed to land stewardship. By offering seminars through the companies such as Whole Foods or Wegmans, AHS will establish relevance with a portion of the general public and simultaneously can grow its membership. Another non-traditional avenue AHS will begin pursuing a partnership with HGTV and Lowe's by creating a televised weekly competition called the Backyard Gardeners of America. AHS through HGTV would gain access to millions of Americans. This series would showcase a number of home gardens in a different city each week. Each contestant would submit a short video explaining why they have what it takes to be considered a backyard gardener of America. The HGTV would select finalists to appear on the show, and then viewers would vote via text or the World Wide Web who would win the Backyard Gardener of America title for that week. The overriding goal of these and other marketing activities which AHS will undertake is aimed at broader national awareness of the American Horticultural Society and its mission. By rebranding the AHS to revitalizing its public image into that of an innovative, cutting-edge organization which is relevant not only to its current membership, but to America as a whole, the American Horticultural Society will ensure it can lead America as a nation of gardens and gardeners for generations to come.